getting over 50 in particular, take a number, you just have to be more respectful that certain hormones are not at the same level. There's certain health characteristics you have to assist your body. The exercise, the diet, they're very important, no question. So don't ignore the diet and your nutrition. But also, you really got to be more respectful that there's certain things in your body that are changing, including hormones. And there's one way to get these vitamins and minerals and other supplements, and that's through products that BodyWise has been producing for decades, quality products. So I just want to mention to everyone, obviously, pay attention to your health. It's the most important asset you really have. My grandmother, when I was growing up, she would say, if you have your health, you got everything. I go, wait a minute. Hey, Nana, your health is everything? I didn't understand it, honestly, back then. But now I do. If you have a bad day with your health, I mean, nothing else really matters. So she was right. If you have your health, you have everything. So be careful about it. Respect your body, respect your mind, take these supplements. I'm delighted. Speaking about healthy digestion, we've got a great product, that new product on digestion. I take that every day, and it's really helpful. And one of the things Gwen, I think, will point out, I don't have the exact numbers in terms of cells, but I think, as I recall, we're being taught there are more cells in the digestive tract than there are in your whole body. So in other words, we kind of exist to assist these digestion cells, the bacteria and the other cells that are there in the digestive tract. So it's really important. And as you get older, we don't digest as well. I think that's pretty clear to me. I find that. So this will be a very interesting. I'm quite eager to hear what Gwen has to say, how she's done with our product, and why she thinks it's so important to stay on it, and what results she has gotten.
Thank you kindly. Well, I know one thing, that I spent a lot of time nursing, and when I saw how we weren't permitted to do the right things anymore, and I was getting very sick myself, I came across a person who was so insistent that I start looking at natural healing and in products. And when I came across, I went to a convention, and they were talking, Dr. Jesse Stoff was there. And I had just had emergency surgery done 2 years prior. And he was introducing the Bioimmune, and which is now called AG Immune, and the NK, I always call it, AIE10. But I was just sitting there taking notes, and I realized that he was coming up with very interesting product, because he rhymed off all the things that it did to the body, but he happened to come on where you had incisions from surgery. They were overhealing or underhealing. And I was told by the doctor who did the surgery on me that I would have to come back every second year to get surgery done to remove the adhesions, overhealing. And here's Stoff up on the stage saying, well, this is good for overhealing and underhealing. So when I got home, I grabbed that so quick. It was incredible. So I've been doing this ever since, and I've instituted all the knowledge that I've had from being a nurse, and how to help people adjust to getting into natural healing as well. And I guess that's how it really started. So I'll say welcome to everybody, and I'll say it again. Wow, what a product you have put together. And very appropriately named Healthy Digestion. Thank you for this, because I needed this badly as well. The combination of enzymes and probiotics to be consumed in one capsule daily before eating your largest meal for the day is rare. Many have tried it, but many have not been satisfied with it. But this is something else. What is also unique about these capsules is that they survive the stomach acidity within the digestive tract, as they deliver total digestion, relief, and health. Just a quick overview about the enzymes. Enzymes are needed to transmit nerve signals, to make energy in the cell, to activate the enzyme systems for the liver to do thousands of chemical actions, and for every vitamin, mineral, and hormone to do its work. Yet, most people are unfamiliar with digestive enzymes. Even the importance of how they improve the health of the body is dismissed, not appreciated. They're thinking that it's not essential at all. Many people have been brainwashed into thinking that they must only take medications for everything. We need digestive enzymes for wellness. What is also crucially essential for wellness is probiotics. BodyWise has created a marvelous combination in a capsule form, both digestive enzymes and probiotics, in a unique form for our digestive wellness. Refrigeration not required. Studies have shown over many years. This is really something that stuck out with when I did some research on it years ago. Studies have shown over many years of how many people who have not been educated enough to understand just how enzymes and probiotics could have possibly improved their status of wellness, as opposed to their high numbers of death due to digestive diseases. No one knew how to fix them back then. However, we are also learning that when we're born, we have an abundance of enzymes and probiotics that keep us healthy. Supply is not unlimited. We run out. And wonder why we're feeling unwell the more we age. Age has nothing to do with it. Both a person's vitality and longevity depends on that person's own supply of enzymes. It breaks down food into smaller particles, allowing these nutrients to absorb into each cell, to work synergistically throughout the broad range of pH spectrum of your body, keeping one's enzyme supply at optimal levels. What is meant by preservation of enzymes. We need to consume these enzymes. We are what we eat. Everybody knows that. The largest drains on our enzyme system, poor eating habits. Heaven knows we all have them. Low tissue enzyme levels were associated with older individuals and with chronic degenerative disease conditions. In other words, they're dying. But with the advancement of the massive amount of chemicals being sprayed on the foods we used to rely on to keep us healthy, and pollution of the air, water, and soil, and so much more, the need for enzymes returned to our body cells is critical to our healthy digestive system. We must avoid an enzyme labor shortage, is how it is being described. Enzyme conservation prevents degeneration of the body. So please remember that, no matter what the age. How many people don't know this? And it's up to us to familiarize them with this. There is a vital link between digestion, enzyme availability, and the vitality and strength of the immune system, all in synergy with each other. Imagine the health of a body as opposed to degeneration of enzymes, probiotics, and immune health. Now I'm going to talk about the probiotics. They're friendly bacteria that play a major role in digestion and support a healthy immune system. Increased levels of methane and hydrogen byproducts in the gut contribute to gas and abdominal discomfort. When the bowel is overcome with bad bacteria with acidic pH, which is very dangerous, infection, overprescription of antibiotics, drugs, poor nutrition, junk food, we experience bloating, cramping, irritability, indigestion, reflux, regurgitation of acidity pH in the throat, find it hard to swallow, irregularity, and severe coughing, etc. Not pretty. Matter of fact, it's very dangerous. Consuming the Healthy Digestion capsule helps the return of the healthy gut. So promotes better digestion of protein, fat, fiber, dairy, carbohydrates, gluten, etc. It improves absorption of nutrients, provides targeted immune health support, center of the immune system in the gut microbiome, the intestine, in other words. So this is over to you, John Paul, for any discussion. Thank you very much for the Body Wise. Oh, this is great.
Well, thank you, Gwen, for that. We very much appreciate your insight. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit maybe about your own personal experience taking the product, as well as the results some people close to you have had with Healthy Digestion.
Well, I think the worst thing I had was not understanding fully how much acidity can build up from the lack of probiotics. Because I used to use them frequently until they weren't working anymore, because they weren't refrigerated like you get, say, in some of the stores just on their shelves. And I kept looking for them, and I found one that was apparently really, really good. And it was so good you only needed one pill per week with some people. But the expiry date was for 3 months. So if you were only taking one capsule a week, and there was 30 capsules in the bottle, you could get, that was about a 7-month supply you had there. So they took them off the market. And I was floundering. I could not find anything. And I was getting to a point where I couldn't understand what was happening in the whole digestive tract. If I ate, say, for instance, some chicken, free-range chicken, I'd swallow it down, and I could only take small portions, and it would get stuck. And I don't know, I'd end up coughing and coughing and coughing. I finally had to resort to taking cold water to get it down. And that still wasn't pleasant. So then I find, here you are with this. I can remember John Paul asking you if there's any way that you could get the probiotics and the enzymes, thinking about in each different bottle a piece for each other. And here I find that you got them combined. I nearly went out of my mind with joy. And I have been taking them ever since, and I have had no problems whatsoever with the digestive system. So now I'm telling all my friends about this, and I have probably about 30 people now, and some people who have really impairment of health, put it that way. And they've started taking it, and I was talking to one lady today, and she said, I never felt so good. And this has been years. And she's 85, And this is the first time that she has actually felt a good digestive system. And she's only been taking them 2 weeks. And I've been trying to get the bulk off because I've tried every diet in the book and it doesn't work. So I just gave up until I started using this product. And I've noticed that I have 11 pounds gone, but it's not pounds as such, it's bulk. And I'm looking at all the women who I know, and they're looking at me. What have you got done? What do you got done? You know, what is it I need to take? What food do I need? And I told them about these capsules, and they're starting to take them as well, just to not feel bulky. A lot of women have bulk right around their abdominal area, as well as, right the front belly, shall we call it. Some people call it the breadbasket. And now they're taking it and they're not feeling nearly as overcome. So that's just to give you a few ideas.
Great news. And it sounds like you have a lot of appreciative patients and friends and others in your neighborhood who've heard about it through you and are now enjoying some great benefits.
Yes, and the price is right. Usually things, especially these days, are really expensive. And that's the first thing they ask. Am I going to be able to afford continuing to take this? And I said, well, there's the price for you. And, oh, my, this is great. So you don't feel anything is going on in your body, but you just feel that every day is an improvement in what it was. You can't really put your finger on it.
Good.
I'm not going to question it.
Okay. Well, I know we have some other folks here who have some great success stories with Healthy Digestion. So I've opened up the lines, and if anybody would like to jump in and with a question for Gwen or a comment, feel free to do so. You may need to unmute your microphones. I see we have Sylvia with us tonight. Sylvia, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm very happy to be here on the call, and I'm very excited about the digestive product. And I just had an operation on my stomach, and I've been taking other probiotics and enzymes separately, but none of them worked like the one we have. And my problem was I would have to have a stool softener in order to have, a nice movement. And when I started taking our digestive digestion supplement, my gosh, it's like clockwork, and it's just incredible. So as a result, I have a better feeling of well-being. When you have a good clean out, you feel a lot better. My skin is better. My tummy is better. And I'm just really excited about it because I know the importance of it, as was mentioned earlier, about there's no quality in our ground anymore. Our minerals are gone. And so unless we supplement with enzymes and probiotics, and having it together is a real plus factor. So I strongly recommend one a day, your largest meal, and you're going to feel the difference. In my case, I'll never be without it. So I've been sharing it with a lot of people, and they're very excited. My children have been taking it. They love it. And so I have a few people on the call today, and one of them is just starting to take it. So I know it's a very, very important supplement, especially in the foods that we eat today. And our gut is like, it helps to keep that immune system going as well. So with the AG Immune and the AIE10, gosh, what a combination. So I recommend both actually. And I just love it. So any other questions that you may have for me, I'll be happy to answer, John Paul.
Well, good, Sylvia. I know you've had now maybe you could tell us how quickly you experienced results once you started taking Healthy Digestion.
Immediately. As soon as I started taking it, I felt a difference. And in fact, I'd mentioned to my daughter, I don't need these other probiotics and enzymes anymore. I mean, the Healthy Digestion supplement is incredible. So I started giving it to them, and they started feeling immediate benefits as well. So it's a very necessary product. Every single person should be on this Healthy Digestion product. It's critical.
Fantastic. Do we have any other questions or comments?
Our whole body, it has to work in synergy. And what I find with these capsules and the AG and the AIE10, well, remember Dr. Stoff when he brought out the PITS, PITTS, as to what's causing us to be sick. There's 5 things there for those who haven't heard of it. P is for pollution, I is for infection and inflammation, T is for trauma, T is for toxins, and S is for stress. And when you look at the process of getting sick, you look at the first thing that happens is you get a low oxygenation because the cells are so clogged up everywhere, especially with the whole system going up and down your whole body inside. The digestive system is more frail and fragile, and you eat something, you've upset it. And, if you don't like it, or maybe it was food that wasn't prepared properly or whatever. So the acidity, when you get pH acidity instead of normalizing, that shoots up and down the whole system, and it lodges someplace. And you have a hard time trying to dislodge it. So you drink cold water. But I find that since I've been using these capsules, that I don't get that at all. Inflammation, it's where it overheats when you've got the fluid buildup from the acidity. The body is trying to bring fluid into the site that is having the most problems. So the fluid builds up, but then it starts to warm up, and that's where the inflammation comes from. And if you don't know what you're doing, or you can't get in to see a doctor anymore, we're having a heck of a time trying to find doctors here in Newfoundland and Canada. And the inflammation, you think it's going to go away or whatever, but then all of a sudden it turns to infection. So that brings in getting rid of the infection before it turns into a chronic illness, which you can't reverse. So the inflammation and the infection are really there for trying to heal the body. We get friendly bacteria back instead of the bad bacteria.
Okay. Thank you for that, Gwen. I know we have a question coming in from Tony Nelson. Welcome, Tony.
Hi there. I was miserably bloated for the last couple of years, several days a week. And I started taking lactase and Beano, depending on what I ate, suspecting bread, everything. But I'm telling you, by the second or third day, just taking one of these, I've been comfortable almost every day. Love this product. And my husband has something. Oh, well, he's not going to tell you, but he would often have to stop eating because he felt like he couldn't swallow or it was going to come back on him. And he has not noticed that since we've been taking them either.
See,
Okay.
they're so critically important, you know, really
Yeah.
critically important that that's gone.
Love it. Yep. Thanks, Body Wise.
Well, good to hear from you, Tony and Bob. I'm glad to hear you're experiencing great benefits with Healthy Digestion. Bill Farley, do you have any closing thoughts for us?
I absolutely do. I'm listening. You know, one of the great gifts of life is good health. And again, I think when you're in your 20s and your 30s and maybe your 40s, you kind of take it all for granted. As you get a little bit older, you start to go, okay, I got to be more conscientious about these systems. I mean, these are really intricate systems. The body's amazing. It's an amazing piece of machinery and equipment. But it, like other pieces of equipment, you know, it needs to get tuned. It needs to be taken care of. It needs to be oiled, so to speak, and watched carefully. And so what hits me, you know, when you're talking to, I think it's a gift. You know, rather than think of selling BodyWise products, as I was listening to Gwen and a couple of other comments, I'm thinking, you know, you should not think about I'm selling the BodyWise products. I'm actually giving a gift of better health to people. And some of these,
Absolutely.
right? You know, really. So like Gwen, you mentioned, you know, some friends that you're talking to and they're saying, what, oh gosh, why? How did you lose this weight? And how come you're feeling better? And why do you have better digestion and so forth? And I'm thinking that's a gift. You know, think about this as a gift to people. I'm excited to tell people, hey, I've learned more about enzymes in the last year than I ever have. Why? Because I never paid attention to enzymes or probiotics. Honestly, I mean, I just took it for granted. I get healthy digestion. My enzymes are fine, but they're not. You know, they're not the same as what they were 20 or 30 or 40 years ago. And that's life. So again, when you're thinking about BodyWise and these products, they are the highest quality. They really do work. The CoQ10 for your heart, the energy products that I have a protein shake every morning. That's a BodyWise. I'll say protein shake every morning. Put in some fresh fruit. That's my breakfast. I mean, I start off with hot water and lemon. Let that just hang around in my stomach for about 20 minutes or so, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't jump up and eat a breakfast, but I do have my protein shake, and that's a meal. That's a good meal. Anyway, my point to you guys is make a gift to other people by introducing them to these BodyWise products. They'll be healthier, they'll be happier, and you'll feel like, hey, I did something for these people, and that makes you feel good. That's my thought for tonight.